A day in the life when it's the summer holidays, day 21. So, here I am, walking down the stairs to get breakfast. Today for breakfast, we have Weetabix Minis. So yeah, that's nice. And then after that, it's not a cup of apple and blackcurrant anymore. It's it's a cup of summer fruits. Yes. And then after that, I made the bed. So basically I tidied it up. We got a nice gradient again. And then after that I played some Roblox. If you don't know what this game is, it's Bad Students. And yes, this game's pretty fun. Started playing it Friday. And then at 12 o'clock I had the curry noodles, wedge soy crisps, an apple and Oreos. With another cup of summer fruits. Need to get that in my head now. Summer fruits. And then after that, I went out to have a scenic sight. My area can have some pretty good sights. And then at 3 o'clock, I had a mini pork pie, 3 cocktail sausages, and a cherry yogurt. Yes. And then after that, I did some filters, and yes, no. Sorry, I'm not jump scaring you with my handsome face. Anyways, at 6 o'clock, I had roast chicken, roast potatoes, mixed vegetables, stuffing, Yorkshire puddings and gravy. With a Diet Coke. This is my taste. And then after that I ran the bath for me and my other 2 brothers. And then after that, 7 o'clock, I had a white chocolate cornetto, which I never had before. I mean the white version of the cornetto. And that's it for today's day in life. Here are my steps for today, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 22. A day in the life when it's the summer holidays. Day 22. So, this morning for breakfast, I had a nice bowl of chocolate pillows. Nice. With the summer fruits juice. So yeah, that's refreshing as well. And then after that, you know what time it was. It was time to make the bed. And then at 10 o'clock I was in a Zoom meeting. And then 30 minutes later it was all finished. And then 5 minutes later I went out to get my photos taken for my upcoming identification card. So yes, here I am on the bus all the way to the PhotoMe booth in Sainsbury's. And here's the picture. I know I look like someone who has been taken to prison. Reason being, making too many day in the lives. And then at 12 o'clock I had a ham sandwich, 2 biscuits, an apple and prawn cocktail crisps. With the second helping of the summer fruits juice. And then at 3 o'clock I had a strawberry yogurt, a mini pork pie and 2 cocktail sausages. And then at 6 o'clock I had chicken and chips with baked beans. So yeah, that was nice. And then for the drink I had a 7-Up, 0 sugar, refreshing 7-Up taste 0 sugar. And then after that I had a Mr. Freeze Pop, apple flavour I think. And that's it for today's day in life. Here are my steps for today, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 23. A day in the life when it's the summer holidays, day 23. So this morning for breakfast I had minis, the last bowl of minis. So yes, and then for the drink I had apple and... Wait, no, I'm getting confused. Summer fruits. I need to forget that there are no apple and blackcurrant in the house. Well, until an hour later when the Asda delivery came. Anyways, moving on, I made the bed. And then at 12 o'clock I had a ham sandwich, 2 biscuits, an apple, and cheese and onion crisps. With, the summer fruits. Got it right first time, yay! And then after that, I did the recycling. So this is me before the recycling and didn't show an after picture. But I did the recycling. And then at 3 o'clock, I had a sausage roll, 2 cocktail sausages, and a mini pork pie. And then at 6 o'clock I had steak pie, mash and peas with gravy, extra gravy, with the Diet Coke. This is my taste. And then at 7 o'clock I had a bowl of ice cream with maple syrup. Yes, it does belong on ice cream and it tastes lovely. Here are my steps for today, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 24. A day in the life when it's the summer holidays, day 24. So this morning for breakfast, it is the return of the most British breakfast, crumpets. And no, I didn't have a cup of tea with that. I had summer fruits. Yes. And then after that, have a guess. Have a wild guess of what I did next. I made the bed, obviously. And then after that, I just changed my language on my Opera GX to English because it's in Spanish for some reason. I haven't touched it. And then 12 o'clock, ham sandwich, biscuits, a long banana and prawn cocktail crisps. With the apple... Wait, no, it's summer fruits. And then for the snack, 3 o'clock, 1 sausage roll, 2 cocktail sausages, and 1 mini pork pie. And then after that, I did some fandom work, so I had to create the pages for my longer summer holidays from last year. Had to do 5 altogether. In the middle of doing that, at 6 o'clock, I had pizza and garlic bread. So yeah, that's nice. With a Diet Coke. This is my taste. Lovely. And then after that, I finished off the fandom pages, so here's the complete list now. And then after that, I went to my brother because he called me. Because we're putting together things for the jumble sale, which will be next week Sunday. And then at 7 o'clock, I had a strawberry yoghurt. And that's it for today's day in life. Here are my steps for today, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 25. A day in the life when it's the summer holidays, day 25. So this morning for breakfast I had crumpets with butter on top, of course. So yep, that was nice. With the special summer fruits juice or squash. Nice. And then after that I changed the bed so we got a nice line again. Yes, not associated with meal. And then at 12 o'clock, ham sandwich, an apple, 2 biscuits, and cheese and onion flavoured crisps. With another cup of summer fruits. And then for the snack, I had a sausage roll, 2 cocktail sausages, and a mini pork pie. And then dinner at 6:30, I had spaghetti bolognese with the garlic bread. And then after that, I had a 7-Up, so it's a refreshing 7-Up taste. And then at 7 o'clock, no, 10 past 7, I had an ice cream with the maple syrup. And that's it for today's day in the life. Here are my steps for today, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 26. A day in the life when it's the summer holidays, day 26. So this morning for breakfast, we had the last of the crumpets, topped with the butter. And then for the drink, it is, once again, the apple... No, it's not the apple and blackcurrant, it's the summer fruits, Kieran, summer fruits. And then after that, I had a shower, because today is going to be a long day. And then after that, I tidied up the bed so it looks neat. And then at 9:15, no, actually it was about 9:30, I went out. So basically, I went out to do an induction morning with a charity shop, which I am proud to announce I will be volunteering at every single Friday. I'm so excited to meet more people and to get some retail experience. And now, I'm going to test your knowledge. I went to get a haircut, This barbershop was featured in a music video from a popular singer. Do you know this song?
Get yourself to the butterfly lounge, find yourself a big lady.
Yes, it was that barbershop from the opening scene of Big Girls You Are Beautiful by Mika. It was released in 2007. And then at 1 o'clock I went to Lidl for lunch. We got a chicken and stuffing sandwich, a southern style chicken bites, and we have a Pepsi Max Cherry. Woohoo! And then after that I went to Sports Direct and got myself a brand new trainers. Yes, what do you think, guys? I think it looks cool in my opinion. Got back at 3:15 and then at 3:30 I had a sausage roll, 1 mini pork pie and 2 cocktail sausages. And then for dinner, 6:30, it is fajitas with chips and a few baby plum tomatoes with a 7-Up. Refreshing 7-Up taste, 0 sugar. And then at pudding, 7 o'clock, I had a raspberry yogurt. And that's it for today's day in the life. Here are my steps for today, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 27. A day in the life when it's the summer holidays, day 27. So this morning for breakfast I had chocolate pillows, since the crumpets have finished for now. And with the breakfast I had summer fruits. Yes, I said it right first time, not apple and blackcurrant. However, we did run out of the summer fruits, so it's apple and blackcurrant next. And then after that I made the bed. And then at 10 o'clock I returned on the daily walk after 2.5 weeks. So I walked 1 hour and 25 minutes, but however it took 10 minutes off the timer because I forgot to start it and it wasn't accurate. And then 12 o'clock I had a ham sandwich, 2 biscuits, an apple and prawn cocktail crisps. With that, it is the final cup of this summer fruits. Shame, but it will return. And then after that I did the recycling, so that's cool. And then at 3 o'clock I had a sausage roll, 2 cocktail sausages and a mini pork pie. And then after that my brother came home with a load of boxes because we are having a jumble sale next Sunday, so we have to put all the stuff inside the boxes. And then at 6 o'clock I had fish fingers, chips and beans. And with the meal I had a 7-Up, 0 sugar. Nice. And then at 7 o'clock I had a chocolate ice cream, which was nice. And that's it for today's day in life. Here are my steps for today, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 28. A day in the life when it's the summer holidays, day 28. So this morning for breakfast I had choco nut pillows. Yes, there is a difference. This one has hazelnut filling. And with that, it is the return of the apple and blackcurrant juice. Lovely. And then after that I made the bed, whilst putting my clothes on the washing machine and then putting it in the dryer for it to dry. And then at 11:20 I had a milkshake. So that was delicious. And then at 12 o'clock it is curry noodles, cheese and onion crisps, a banana and 2 biscuits with the second helping of the apple and blackcurrant juice. Lovely. And then for the snack, 3 o'clock, sausage roll, 3 cocktail sausages and a mini pork pie. And then for dinner, it is a takeaway. So tonight we got pizza and garlic bread. We also had a little bit of chips, but I did not film that. With that, it is a tango. So this is the original tango, nice. And then for pudding, 7 o'clock, I had a strawberry yogurt. Delicious. And then after that, I ran the bath for me and my brothers to have. And that's it for today's day in life. Here are my steps for today, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 29. Oh yeah! A day in the life when it's the summer holidays, day 29. So this morning I woke up and for breakfast I had chocolate nut pillows. Yes guys, and then tomorrow will be shreddies or toast. Maybe toast. And then after that it is a cup of apple and blackcurrant juice. And then after that I made the bed. For the 29th time in the summer holidays. Translation, I make it every day. In the morning. And then after that I got ready because we are going back to the town. But this time with the little brother. But there is a reason why I need to come too. That'll be later in the day in life. So anyway, got the electric bus all the way to the town. And then for lunch, Tesco meal deal, chicken, bacon and lettuce sandwich, Cheetos and Pepsi Max. And then I went to... I know what you're thinking, I had a haircut on Friday. But it wasn't for me or my older brother. It was for my younger brother, as he had school on the day we had our haircuts. So he had his at the same place. And then here we go! Shoes shopping! The reason I had to come. Got some nice wedding shoes. Nice. Perfect fit and perfect looking for the wedding. Not my wedding though, guys. And then for the drink, it is an Aqua and Fit mixed berry. Also went to Primark to get some socks, a few pairs of shorts and a few t-shirts. Went to a charity shop and then at 2 o'clock we got on the bus ready to go home. And then at 23 we got back home. And then at 3 o'clock I had a sausage roll, a mini pork pie and 3 cocktail sausages. And then at 6 o'clock it is a Monday roast. So we got roast gammon, roast potatoes and peas with gravy. Sadly, no Yorkshire puddings or stuffing. But I don't mind that. And then after that, it's not a fizzy drink. It's apple and blackcurrant. Because we ran out of the fizzy drinks. And then at 7 o'clock, I had a Mr. Freeze Pop. Whilst thunderstorms happen outside. And then after that, I filled in a few pages for the Day in Life fandom. So yes, I had to create 3 altogether. And here are my steps for today, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 30. You take that girl and multiply by 4. A day in the life when it's the summer holidays, day 30. So anyways, woke up and had a nice plate of toast. Lovely, crispy toast. And then after that, it is of course the apple and blackcurrant juice. Very refreshing. And then after that, you know, I made the bed, yes, with the lion on it. Definitely not related to Millwall. And then after that, 7:30, we put away the shopping. I haven't heard that meal for such a long time. Why is it returning now? Anyways, got ready to go to a familiar place. But before that, an Oreo milkshake is in hand to drink at home. We got a new blender and we're testing it out. And then for the bus to the mystery location, we packed lunch. And then here's the 11:15 departure. Got on 3 buses altogether. First bus is a local bus to the town centre. It's got all the bags here, lovely jubbly. And here's us waiting for the second bus. And then we got on the Boris bus. Wait, I'm mistaken. Just a regular bus. Anyways, lunch, ham sandwich, banana, Coca-Cola Zero Sugar can, Frosties, and prawn cocktail crisps. And then at 1:15, we got on the third and final bus to Dad and Kat's house. For the first time in 3 months. Got there 1:30, had a little conversation, a nice conversation. And then at 3 o'clock, I had 3 mini sausage rolls, a pork pie, an apple and cheese and onion crisps. And then my brother secretly took his Scottish hat. And then at 6 o'clock, we left Dad and Kat's to go to McDonald's. Anyways, we got this new burger, Big Arch, with the chips and a strawberry milkshake. Okay, he's just opened the door now. Anyways, got on the Boris bus back home. And sadly, we have some sad news. Legendary singer Ozzy Osbourne has died, aged 76. God rest his soul, and I send prayers and thoughts to his family. Here are my steps for today, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 31. Stop interrupting my day in the life, or else